Yeah.
Already Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Big Cass have advanced. And tonight's Monday Night Raw is brought to you by Domino's. Order online and track your order. And again, heading to Houston next week, live on Monday Night Raw, 3 of the 4 men, Rollins, Owens, Big Cass. Will it be Jericho or Roman Reigns who will join them?
Jericho's resume certainly speaks for itself. 6-time world champion, first ever WWE undisputed champion, and could be on his way to that Universal title.
His opponent, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, Roman Reigns.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a quick recap of what has transpired tonight. Finn Balor, who won the WWE Universal Championship at SummerSlam, suffered a shoulder injury that will require surgery. He was forced, because of injury, to relinquish the championship. So, General Manager Mick Foley came up with this idea to have a series of matches tonight, with the winners advancing to a fatal 4-way match next week in Houston, live on Raw, for the vacant Universal Championship. As you saw, already Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Big Cass have advanced. One of these 2 men will join them next week.
And this is a situation that really hits close to home for Roman Reigns, because remember, it was Roman Reigns who was defeated by Finn Balor, which gave Finn Balor the opportunity to go on to SummerSlam and compete and win the Universal Championship.
It's also a situation that hits home for Seth Rollins, who was forced to vacate the championship last year because of injury. So he has something to prove. Kevin Owens gets a huge opportunity in his career to battle for the title. And what about Big Cass? His first championship opportunity here in WWE. So it's Reigns and Jericho, 2 former WWE World Heavyweight Champions.
I'll tell you what, if Reigns is still as enraged and incensed as he was last night, Chris Jericho's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, we saw the attack on the ribs of Rusev last night at SummerSlam, and what that did to Rusev and his chances versus Big Cass earlier tonight.
I actually have to agree with you, Byron. Roman Reigns was an absolute maniac last night. He was unstoppable. Oh! Yeah, again, remember that momentum. If Roman can focus that momentum into this match against Jericho, Roman Reigns will be your 4th man next week.
And we saw that side after Rusev initially attacked Roman Reigns.
And again, let's not count Jericho out. Former 6-time world champion, veteran, master of mind games.
Jericho's playing with Roman right now.
Nothing playful about that elbow.
Or that clothesline. Roman Reigns not in the mood to play as of late. There's a wicked clothesline to the throat of Jericho.
Can't count out the experience factor of Jericho.
Not at all. There's a high elbow by Chris. And Roman Reigns just follows it up. There's been 24 hours of relentless attack by Roman. And there's a rake of the eyes. The official backing Reigns out of the corner. And again, the veteran instincts of Chris Jericho turns this match around quickly.
If anyone would be able to use Roman Reigns' rage against him, it's Chris Jericho.
Yeah, what's key here is Roman can't even see now, and Jericho's just teeing away.
Jericho dangerous, and Roman Reigns in trouble. To your point, Byron, he can't see. Can Roman climb back into this? Who's going to the fatal 4-way next week? We are back live on Monday Night Raw in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. Chris Jericho in control of Roman Reigns. The winner of this match will join Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Big Cass in a fatal 4-way match next week to determine the brand new WWE Universal Champion.
Now, before the break, we want to show you what Chris Jericho gained control of this match right there, raking the eyes. The official did not see it, and that's really impaired the vision of Roman Reigns this entire match, and Chris Jericho has been able to strike at will.
Jericho has slowed the pace down. to work in his favor. Jericho looks incredibly relaxed right now.
And Chris Jericho, the veteran, in complete control, believes he is going to Raw next week, but Roman Reigns with a headbutt firing back. And here comes Roman Reigns. Oh, man!
Right on the money.
You think about all the setbacks.
Cover by Jericho. Kick out by Roman.
All the setbacks and the trials that Roman Reigns has had over the last month or so. At one point, you know, remember when Stephanie McMahon blamed Roman for not bringing the WWE World Heavyweight Championship to Raw? And then, of course, we mentioned earlier the fact that Roman was unable to defeat Finn Balor and go on to SummerSlam himself to compete for the Universal Championship. So it's really going to be key here to see if Roman can somehow recharge himself to get back on track.
Jericho doesn't seem like he's going to allow that to happen.
Come on, Reigns! Come on!
Jericho as good as he's ever been. Looking to climb to the top of the mountain yet again.
Jericho's a very distinctive sort of squeaky voice.
Headbutt by Roman.
Listen to those shots.
The right hands of Roman Reigns are like cinder blocks.
And Roman again. That eye causing trouble since the beginning, and Jericho sent into the second rope.
Window of opportunity here for Roman Reigns. You muster up a string of offensive maneuvers here to turn this match around.
More importantly, can Reigns see to actually perform these maneuvers?
And Roman follows it up with a clothesline, and there's another one.
He sees Jericho now.
Roman whipped across the ring, and there's a running clothesline, and Roman's starting to build momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, the Barclays Center is sold out for a third straight night. We are live on Monday Night Raw. Nearly 16,000 WWE fans on hand.
Classic Roman Reigns here, hit hard, hit often.
We kick the night off with Finn Balor, forced to relinquish the WWE Universal Championship he won at SummerSlam because of an injury to his shoulder. That has opened the way up for a fatal four-way match next week to determine the new champion. Qualifying tonight, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Big Cass. One of these two men will join them, Roman Reigns or Chris Jericho.
Uh-oh.
And Roman misses. Jericho catches him. Chris trying to turn him into the walls. And Roman Reigns uses those powerful legs to spin out. And Jericho with an enziguri. Roman's down. Jericho come to advance. Kick out by Reigns.
See the frustration mounting on Chris Jericho's face. He's targeting that eye of Roman Reigns. Reigns still doesn't have full vision in that eye, Byron.
That's the thing. Roman has a tendency to frustrate his opponents, but it's been a very sound strategy, like it or not, from Chris Jericho.
Roman back to his feet. Jericho with a straight right. And another one. Jericho reversed. Sent over the top rope, but he lands on the apron. And Jericho quickly going to go to the top here. And Roman caught him with a right hand.
And well scouted by Roman Reigns. Now Reigns,
It has been some atmosphere here tonight in Brooklyn.
stand by.
With a drive-by.
Roman Reigns several times with these explosive bursts of offense. Question is, can he maintain it?
Trying to lift Jericho up on his shoulder. He does, but Jericho able to counter. Delivers an elbow right to the bridge of the nose. And Jericho. Oh, man.
Looking for the lion salt. Roman Reigns able to get the knees up just in time.
Already tonight qualifying to go to Raw next week in the fatal four-way for the championship. Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Big Cass. Superman punch. Will it be Reigns joining them right here?
Cover. Hook of the leg. Shoulders are down. Jericho in 2. Jericho able to get out of that predicament. Watch this again. Superman punch right on the mark. But you start to feel that pendulum now. That pendulum of momentum shifting into the corner of Roman Reigns.
Jericho still stunned off that Superman punch. Roman Reigns measuring Jericho, waiting for him to get in position. See Roman still, his eyes though blinking heavily because of the wink of the eyes earlier on tonight from Jericho. Roman runs into a boot from Chris. Wait for the code breaker.
Look at the power of Roman Reigns.
Roman able to counter to the sit-out powerbomb. Cover. Got him, no! 2.5. Roman can't believe it. That was close.
Yeah, Roman's got to stay in the moment, though. Can't allow frustration to sink in.
Huge opportunity tonight for Roman Reigns to climb back into the championship picture. Who the? Kevin Owens.
What's he doing out here?
Oh, he's Jericho's buddy. Jericho helped Owens win it earlier tonight. Owens going to return the favor. Jericho
like this.
Roman in 2. Superman punch.
Roman, this will be the 3rd time trying to set up for that spear.
And Jericho caught him. And Jericho looking to flip him on the stomach for the walls. And there it is.
Yeah, look at the positioning in the center of the ring. Roman Reigns is in trouble.
And Jericho's completely sitting out here. He's got it locked in tight and deep. Roman with nowhere to go. Center of the ring. Jericho looking to make Reigns tap. The walls of Jericho. Is Reigns going to tap out? Roman trying to use all his power, all his will to drag himself to the bottom rope.
Superhuman upper body strength by Reigns.
Is there.
Walking his way to the bottom rope to break the hold.
Forces the break.
How much damage?
Cheap shot by Owens.
Give me a break.
To the bad eye. To the bad eye. Code breaker.
That's it. Jericho's the 4th man.
And he can thank Kevin Owens, much like he helped Kevin Owens advance earlier tonight.
This is ridiculous.
Jericho into the cover. Hook of the leg on Reigns, and Roman Reigns gets the shoulder up. The will of Reigns. Owens can't believe it. Jericho can't believe it.
Well, your little plan isn't working the way you wanted it to, guys.
Jericho begging the official. Reigns is in trouble, though. Jericho's got to stay on him.
I don't know if slapping Roman Reigns right now is the best move.
No. You're just lighting the fire right now, Chris. That's all you're doing.
Disrespecting him. Reigns now with a smile on his face.
I hope Jericho has a plan.
Once again up on the apron. And there he goes. KO is KO.
Oh, watch out.
Jericho again. Reigns rolls through. Spear! That spear will bring Roman Reigns to the fatal 4-way.
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns just speared himself into the championship match next week.
Overcoming the bad eye. Overcoming interference from Kevin Owens. And you're right. Now Roman Reigns has just got himself a one-way ticket to that fatal 4-way match and a shot at the Universal Championship.
A lot of us believed right here Jericho had the victory.
Yeah,
Chris Jericho was moving on thanks to Owens and the code breaker. Maybe just a little bit too long to make the cover. Exhaustion setting in for Jericho. any closer, and the bell would have rung right there.
Yeah, somehow Roman Reigns not only found a way to survive in this match, Reigns would find a way to thrive with a spear.
So the stage is set for next week at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, live on Monday Night Raw. A fatal four-way match to crown a brand new Universal Champion. Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Big Cass, and Roman Reigns square off. One of those four men will call themselves champion.
That is quite the field of elite superstars, but you're right, only one will make history.
Want to thank what has been an incredible WWE Universe in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn for 3 straight nights. Good night, everybody, from Monday Night Raw.